Hey, today the community manager confirmed that a second Warbond is on the way. We've got word about a customization update, and there are some Halo ODST weapon stats you should absolutely know about. Not to mention, Arrowhead CEO talked about a Killzone crossover that might be appearing sometime in the future. Again, plus there's even more to cover. If you enjoyed the content, please show some love by hitting the like button below the video. I'd really appreciate it. Let's jump right in. Let's kick off the video by talking about a second Warbond that's coming soon. Yesterday, Arrowhead announced a Halo ODST crossover, which caught us by surprise. But not only that, did you know there's another Warbond coming soon? A player on the official Helldivers Discord asked the community manager if she could confirm whether legendary Warbonds are exclusively for crossovers or if there are any plans for higher tier premium Warbonds. Her response was intriguing. She confirmed that the legendary Warbond is indeed a crossover, but also shared that she's seen the next premium Warbond, which she thinks is awesome. Then another Helldiver from the official Helldivers Discord chimed in, asking if we should expect Warbonds at their usual intervals or if the next premium Warbond will drop soon. Bono pointed out that in the past we've seen a crossover Warbond followed by another Warbond shortly after. The community manager replied that this particular Warbond is slightly outside their normal timeline, but premium Warbonds are still on their regular schedule. Plus, in another post, she told Helldivers on Discord to keep their eyes to the sky, strongly hinting that there is indeed a second Warbond coming very soon. If you have any ideas about what they might release next, I'm very interested in hearing your thoughts in the comments. With that discussion out of the way, we all know that Halo ODST Legendary Warbond is dropping next week, but at the same time, we didn't know the armor penetration stats. We were also unsure when Arrowhead would share more details. Now, community manager Baskinator has confirmed that the MA5C assault rifle will have medium penetration, while the M90A shotgun will have light penetration, as you can see in her recent post. You're probably wondering about the M6C pistol and the M7 SSMG. According to her Discord posts, or her response, those are also limited to light penetration only. My thoughts? It'll be fascinating to see how these weapons perform in game and whether they'll hold up. I've seen comments from some Helldivers on Reddit suggesting these weapons are just reskins with tweaked stats. I'd love to hear what you subscribers think. Are they reskins, or do they feel completely different from what's currently in the armory? So if you have any thoughts on Halo ODST Warbond, then drop your thoughts in the comments below. Speaking of Halo ODST Legendary Warbond, will it stay in the shop permanently or be removed? According to community manager Baskinator, it's permanent, as she confirmed in her recent posts. She also clarified that this Warbond is a licensed collaboration with Microsoft. Now, will this Warbond include a new skin obtainable through the Superstore? Nope. Not this time. Baskinator revealed that there are no Superstore items tied to this Warbond, so all its content will be exclusive to the Warbond itself. I'm not sure if anyone's thrilled to hear about this, but that's the truth, that the ODST Legendary Warbond doesn't include any Superstore items. Lastly, someone asked if there were more stats that she could reveal, and she said she didn't have any stats or additional info available in front of her at the moment. So what about customization? Can we customize the assault rifle or any of the new weapons from the crossover Warbond? The answer is no, and that might seem like a no-brainer considering that when they dropped the previous crossover Warbond, they didn't allow us to customize them. We have the official confirmation right here. She replied to this Helldiver and confirmed that there won't be any customization options for the crossover weapons, which, by the way, makes sense, right? They're trying to keep everything as accurate as possible, and I think that's perfectly fine. Now, what about the brand new SMG arriving on Tuesday? Will it be one-handed or two-handed? It turns out it's not going to be a two-handed weapon, as Baskinator has stated recently. She made a correction stating right here that it's going to be a one-handed weapon. Now, what's great about this, if you didn't know, using an SMG in one hand is very useful for using the shields, and not to mention, you can also pick up different items with one hand while using an SMG in one hand. Very useful. With the Halo ODST Legendary Warbond releasing next Tuesday, we know Xbox divers will be joining the fight, and a new premium Warbond token will let you unlock any non-legendary Warbond of your choice. Will it apply to Halo ODST Warbond? Nope, that's not the case, as I've just mentioned, as the developer blog post clarified that the token isn't compatible with the Halo ODST crossover Warbond. This is crucial to understand because if you hold on to the token and a new crossover Warbond drops, you won't be able to use it. The token only works for the standard and premium Warbonds currently available in the Warbond tab. To confirm this, community manager Baskoneer stated that the token can't be used on crossover Warbonds, but will work for the next premium Warbond. Since we're talking about crossovers, Arrowhead CEO dropped some intriguing hints about a potential Killzone crossover return. A Helldiver from the Glitch Unlimited Discord went over to the official Helldivers Discord and asked Arrowhead CEO Shams Georgiani about whether or not there's any plans to bring back the Killzone crossover. Shams replied with a fingers crossed emoji and addressed another Helldiver who assumed the delay was due to licensing issues. The CEO quickly clarified that it's not because of licensing, they just need to figure out how to repackage it, as they currently lack the store functionality to do so. What I think they might end up doing, and I could be wrong, this is pure speculation, is that they're probably trying to figure out a way to rework the pricing on the Warbond and find a good way to reimburse players who previously purchased the items from the Superstore. For example, if the Killzone collab costs 1,500 super credits, then players who purchased the items before might get super credits back, since the items together originally cost around 2,100 super credits if you bought it through the Superstore. Obviously, if they drop it again as a Warbond, you'd get those credits back. Well, some of them. That's how I think they're going to do it, and if I see any news about this, I'll be sure to keep you updated on what's happening in the near future. So not only did the CEO make some comments about it, but the CCO, Mr. Pillisted at Arrowhead, actually made some comments about this as well. Someone mentioned they're a longtime fan of Halo, and they talked about the Killzone and wanted to know more information about it, basically. Pillisted informed this Helldiver that they're going to reprise it, so that basically everyone will have a chance at acquiring it. There is some technical hurdles to jump through, whatever that may be, and that they're going to figure out a way to reimburse players that have some of the content. So it looks like I was correct after all, that some players will receive some super credits again, which is really cool. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Brass Nomad over on the Glitch Unlimited Discord. Feel free to join down below, and you might just get a shout out next time. Next up, what about optimization and performance? We've got a fellow Helldiver from the official Helldivers Discord who asked if optimization is going to happen. The community manager Baskoneer revealed that they're working on it and that she doesn't have an ETA on anything as to when they'll drop news about it. We even have a response from Arrowhead's CEO that basically confirmed they're not planning on releasing only a dedicated performance update, and he continued to say that the way they work is that with every content update released, they also try to resolve fixes and improve performance, right? He even admitted that they're not good enough at hardening process of the updates and mentioned the tech debt that makes performance tougher, I guess. As for the upcoming updates, they're taking extra care with the performance and stability. If I had to guess what this means for upcoming updates, it's the next Tuesday update. I'm assuming it's going to come because with every new Warbond, there's always a new update. And so when that new crossover Warbond arrives, there will most likely be another patch to resolve most of the performance issues at hand. Continuing on, are there any plans for Helldivers 2 to arrive on Nintendo Switch? Are we getting Switch divers or Nintendo divers? Well, from what we know, that's not going to happen anytime soon, if at all. The other community manager mentioned this reply to that Helldiver saying that it's not their call to make. So that one's not a huge surprise, right? it's going to be the higher ups at Arrowhead and Sony, considering it's Sony's IP. So obviously the higher ups would have to ask Sony, hey, are we going to do this? What do you think about this? Yada, 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 right? Anyway, another Helldiver chimed in to ask if there are any plans for it to drop on GFN, which is GeForce Now, if you didn't know. And Baskineer replied back to this and said that at this time, they won't be dropping Helldivers 2 on GeForce Now. We don't know if it's ever going to happen, but we know it's not going to happen as of right now. So maybe things will change in the near future. So alrighty then, let's talk about the pre-order armors. There's a Helldiver that asked if the pre-order armors are going to be available when the new Warbond, new update, basically everything that drops on Tuesday, will it come back then? The answer to that is we don't know, because Baskineer revealed that there's no plans to bring it back for players as of right now on that specific date, but they do plan to bring it back for players at a later date. She has no details on when or how it will take place, which is unfortunate because I'd love to know when it's going to drop. I mean, come on, we have to know, right? We gotta know when it's gonna happen, and if I hear any news about that, I'll be sure to let you know. So make sure you are subscribed so you can keep, up to date on what's going on. On a different note, what about new voiceover options? Are we going to hear some Halo ODST voice options? Are there going to be some new voice packs? No, not at all. There's not going to be anything like that. As you can tell right here, this player asked about the kill zone. She said she didn't know. And she also confirmed that there's no voiceover options or voice packs and whatnot, right? So that is not a huge deal, but a deal breaker or whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited about this Warbond in general. I plan to let you know if it's good or bad. So keep an eye out for my test review because, man, I'm going to go over everything and test out all factions on it. Lastly, we've got the top 3 comments. First from this Helldiver that pointed out in the Helldivers universe, ODST stands for the Obedient Democracy Support Troopers. Very interesting. I like that. The second top comment comes from Durge or Durg. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but hopefully you'll correct me in the comments. You brought up how you would like to see a third Superstore exclusive armor set, and unfortunately, we all know that's not going to happen because, yeah, we've covered it. If you are watching this, I suggest clicking on one of the timestamps below and just watching it all. The last and final comment is by Non-Toxic RV that spoke on the whole title called Rookie and how it's a great attention to detail or a nice attention to detail. And yeah, absolutely. I love it. I think what they've done with this Warbond is completely cool. It's a cool Warbond. But when it comes down to the Warbond, it truly depends on whether it's good or if it's bad, right? If it's going to be bad, then maybe it's not worth purchasing, but we'll find out soon enough. Anywho, I hope you have enjoyed the video today. If you have, as always, consider tapping the like button, subscribing, turn on notifications if you haven't already. And as always, I appreciate everyone from the subscribers, the members, and the lurkers. If you're a lurker, subscribe. Why not? It's completely free. You know what? What's holding you back? Yeah, so subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.